Hello guys, this is the Terraria expert Austin and Sam. Welcome back to another Oblivion video, everyone. Bloody hell, I don't even know what I'm doing. Welcome back. Welcome to a live stream. Yes, I know I'm all in sorrow right now and bloody in dire straits because I know you were waiting for this Survival Island video. I don't want to spend the first half an hour, if this video will only be probably 45 minutes, just talking about this bloody Survival Island video, because it's a bit of a nightmare, but these videos always are when they're like this, and it's kind of this time of year and all that. But basically, what's happened is I've had to delay it, because I'm starting to realise and come to the conclusion that it's it's now pretty much the 22nd of October, and the week on Sunday it's Halloween. And in Survival Island I normally create like a really over the top edited video, if you know what I mean, so you all know, I don't need to have to explain. So I'm trying to edit this one, not editing the I haven't even recorded that yet, but basically I'm trying to make it link, because it's just too much editing in like a short period, if you know what I mean, for this Survival Island video. It's like episodes, it's like SpongeBob, and then this special video, this Halloween video, so I'm just trying to get it to telltale, if you know what I mean. The whole storyline is just kind of crazy, and I just can't. I can, but I'm having to do things just to impress you, if you know what I mean. Like I've switched. Basically what's happening, I'm in my community world. I'm getting the moon aliens back to the moon using a rocket ship. Bit like how Stampy did it, going to the moon, but instead the rocket ship's only staying on the moon for about 10 seconds and then going back. And then I'm editing. It was a 767 going back to Survival Island from my community world airport. Bear in mind the whole video is set in my community world airport, but I thought, oh no, I don't want to do a 767, I don't want to edit a 767, so I've removed that, and I'm now going back on a 747, if you know what I mean. So I've had to rebuild the 747 in my Survival Island video to exact, just to impress you. And the video will be cool when it comes out, but it's just like, the video would have been out now if it was on the 767, instead of built a 747, re-scrapped the end of the video and re-commentated it, so I'm not saying, oh, we're on a 767, because it just sounds stupid if it's a 747 and a 767, if you know what I mean. It's just garbage. So basically I've just re-scrapped the end of the video, built a 747 in Minecraft, and I think if you build anything in Minecraft, if you're building a jetliner, it's pretty challenging. Weekend says, no way, nice to see you're still alive. Yeah, I'm still alive. And I do want to apologise as well, I am here, you know what I mean. Like, I'm not going sour, or I'm like fading off into the distance or anything. I'm just overwhelmed with editing right now. I've got a aviation channel that's kind of getting a bit crazy at the moment. And it is, I'm a little bit upset. I walked to the shop today at school and I just thought to myself, I'm a little bit upset because from the start of September to now, the end of August, the end of October, god bloody hell, it's nearly a year. Yeah, start of September to now, the end of October. So I just say the start of September to the end of October. What was that? Basically, yeah, it's been, I've done about 15 gaming videos in the last month, and it's not enough, if you know what I mean. It's just stupid. I've done more, I don't know, bloody airport podcasts. I was about to go today for this Virgin Atlantic A330, but it was departing at, what time was it? What time was it, Jilly? Was it 14 minutes past? No, 14 minutes past 2. No, it was 20 minutes past 2 in the afternoon. So I had a lesson, so I just thought, no, not staying for that. I'm not even going tonight. So I was about to go tonight, but I just thought, it's not fair, I'm a dad. So I just scrapped it and was just like, no, I'm not going to see any airplanes today. The only airplanes I'll see are at school. Not at school, I mean, it was a clear day, I could see planes. Anyway, should we start talking about airplanes? So I'm editing Survival Island videos, right? Oh, I say a video. I've switched a plane round to a 7.4, and ditched a 7.6. It's about to be a Titan Airlines 767, but I just thought, no, no, I'm going back on a 747. And it's a shame because it would have been out by now, but because I want to impress all you with my editing skills, and I don't know, I want to make Stampy Longnose look stupid or something. You know what I mean? My videos are like delayed by 2 weeks, so if anything I'm only fooling myself, because he's managing to make videos at the moment and I can't even make gaming videos, if you know what I mean. I can, but in the last week I've created what, four gaming videos, is it? And last year it was about, or August, it was around 4 or 5. So it's kind of like stock shares. I've dropped by 2%, if you know what I mean. Like I need to work by, or my workforce has been down by I'd say 40%, but I will get back up running after Halloween. Oh, then it'll be the Christmas video. But no, it's half term's coming up, so hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be able to create plenty of videos for you guys. But I've just been in school at the moment. What else? I've been editing Survival Island stuff. Like, I set myself a goal at the start of this month. Ooh, do some really cool things in Survival Island, and this happens all the time. It happened last year. What was it? I wasn't able to create any gaming videos from the start of October to the 4th of October, or the end of September to the 4th of October, and then something else happened from the 12th of October last year to the 17th of October. Oh yeah, in Survival Island. This is last year. And then I was alright around the end, and then the Halloween video was around the 30th of October or the 29th of October. I started editing it, and it came out on the 4th of November. So that's about, yeah, a couple of weeks off YouTube. And around November time, yeah, I didn't feel very well. Well, no, I didn't feel very well because I was editing too much. But yeah, anyway, what we need to do in this video, we do need to. Well, look at that. That should be a thumbnail. What was I gonna do? No Gemini jets have came in. What, yeah, I've got my eye on an Iran Air. He said I've got me Iran on an eye air. Bloody hell. But yeah, the airport streaming. Tomorrow, I think Saturday. Yeah, we're streaming on Saturday. Because a week on Sunday's Halloween, and yeah. Someone says, "How is life?" It's all right. Tomorrow morning as well, I might I'll go into school early. What? I can't go to the shop at school until 1 minute past 1 minute past, what is it? No, 5 minutes past 1. So I might do a stream at school tomorrow. I was kind of thinking, oh, maybe going in early. Being late for first lesson, yeah, Mr. McLaughlin will be happy about that, won't he? To do a stream. I know, what's he thinking? But no, I don't know, yeah. Maybe get like a coffee in the local in the local coffee shop. What, streaming that as well? God, I look like a right prince. Yeah. It's quite funny actually, school at the moment. Yeah. Like all these year 10 girls are really intrigued by my little, passion with aviation. I know I've got my little my Uniden ATC recorder. ATC recorder, that's a different thing. My ATC coordinator. ATC coordinator as well. I need to build a little tower for me. I sit on the bench at school, I've told you hundreds of times, and listening to Liverpool Tower. I get aircrafts that are flying. That's it. I see more airplanes at school than I do at Manchester Airport. I do. Just chemtrails at about 33,000 feet. And also, I saw a Wizz Air today at Manchester, at Liverpool. And then I saw... Has Wizz Air ever flown into Manchester? Like, have they? They probably have. But, what was I going to say? Someone actually said the other day, oh, you should be really lucky because props don't normally fly into Heathrow. Be lucky that you see CRJs at Manchester because we don't get them at Heathrow. And that's amazing that. Yeah, you normally get big aeroplanes at Heathrow. Yeah, you do get some classics at Manchester though, don't you? Like Beechcrafts and all of that. Cessnas. Yeah, amazing. I'm assuming, yeah. Heathrow doesn't really have a signature private jet terminal. I would have thought they would have, but they don't apparently. So apparently we just go to London. Is it Lunston Stant? I can't speak. London City. Normally the private jets go, and the business jets for London businessmen, because London City, you know what I mean? Heathrow's somewhere in, where is it? Warwickshire something. Heathrow is somewhere on the west side of London. And when I was at Myrtle Avenue, I didn't realise that London was behind me. I thought it was, past 27. Sorry, is it 09 right? 09 left or something? It's 09 left, isn't it? No, 09 right. I thought Heathrow was in the London was in the distance, but no, it was behind me. Because we took off from runway 27 left, but we landed on runway 27 left at Heathrow, and we actually came over the River Thames, and I spelt it wrong as well. I just realised. I was watching a video back the other day, and I was like, hang on, I spelt River Thames wrong. Oh god, people will be happy, because it's 2 M's, isn't it? River Thames, and I put 1 M, so it was River Thames. Oh, who cares? Well, yeah, I've also been doing Oblivion on Saturday for a year, and that's amazing, that, isn't it? So yeah, and please tell me if my mic is a better sound, because I've been fiddling around with everything. Yeah, I'm only getting £100 from the school, my bursary. Each term I get £100, so by July I'll have £300. Just spend it on models. Spend it on models. What's this? Oh, there's a different. Hang on, that's a different wolf art, isn't it? Oh, it's a dog. It's just a dog. Alright. Just a dog. Yeah, we need to, we've got quests to do. I want to get a repair hammer as well, because I'm sick of, this is a staff of sickness, as I said, sick. Will we do anything? No. We need to get more soul gems. But yeah, sorry for the slack of videos at the moment. I enjoyed Friday vlog. Did you? What, last week? I know I was about to do Q&A Wednesday and everything, but I just thought, oh. When did I do that? When did I last do Q&A Wednesday? It was May, wasn't it? Was it? Was it April? I can't remember. I know I haven't done it for that long. It's pathetic. He is really stupid. You can't do videos. I don't know why. Talking about myself here. Come on. I'm not attacking nothing. Come on, we can do this. Oh, what are you gonna do, doggy? Yeah, I want to get a repair hammer. And apparently you can get them from in there, so I'm gonna go. I can't wait. Well, I wasn't planning on waiting. Yeah, we have got quests to do. I'm really loud, I don't know why. Probably because I need attention. There's no enemies nearby. Where? Oh yeah, also good news. Whoa, look at this guy. I've figured out. I was about to make a community post, but I just thought, nah, nobody needs to know. What I might do. I've figured out now how to fabend it out, if you will. How to stream on a camcorder. Yeah, all you need to do is plug in a your micro HDMI into your camcorder, and then on the other end the HDMI goes into a capture card. I had a dream last night that I bought the Elgato Cam Link. I was just like, what? No. Plug the USB, the capture card USB, into the computer. Because the other day I did that, but OBS wasn't identifying it as a USB capture card or HDMI capture card. But what you need to do, you need to go into QuickTime Player, select the capture card, and then OBS recognises it. So it needs QuickTime Player to understand that, you know what I mean, that there's a driver in the computer, and then you can stream on a camcorder. But I'm not really streaming on the camcorder. I'm using the display on the camcorder, like the preview screen, to transfer picture to OBS. So I'm not actually streaming on the camcorder. I'm streaming on the computer, but using the HDMI capture card to capture the screen on the camcorder's preview monitor, if you know what I mean. So that's basically what I'm doing. But streaming on the computer remotely, you know, computers don't have a SIM, if you know what I mean, like a mobile provider. I was actually doing all that today. I'm gonna have to use. You can buy something called an Anchor, and you can download data onto a computer, or either I'll just use my mobile data to my computer to stream. I don't know if that'll work, but it's gonna require a lot of testing, because apparently Big Jet TV just uses something called a Terra deck, and they're about £3,000. So no way I'm doing that. I'm gonna stream for you, not charge you to watch or anything, but also try and figure out an easy way of doing it. But none of the, you know, popular streamers at, you know, Manchester or Heathrow ever bother telling you how they do it. So once I figure it out, I'm going to tell everyone how to do it, because it's just unfair, isn't it? But you know, all these big streamers like Airliners Live, Big Jet TV, they kind of hide the way they do things, if you know what I mean. They don't really tell their viewers how they create the content they do. I just think, well, that's not fair, because only you know how to do it then, and nobody else knows. So I'm going to be putting my foot in my mouth. Now I'll just say, this is how you do it. If you want to know how to do it, this is how I did it. And there we go. You'll get millions of streamers all at Manchester Airport commentating, all thanks to the Terraria expert putting his foot in his mouth once again and telling people how you. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's like a complex technical method on streaming the camcorder. I don't think so, but again, a lot of these streamers at Manchester, they just don't talk about much, do they? They just talk about the airplanes. Like, I know that's what you're meant to do, but they don't really tell their viewers or really engage on the same level as, I don't know, someone like the Terraria expert does. I don't know who he is, but yeah, he's alright. Spoke to him this morning. He looked a bit like me. But he was a man in the mirror. Man in the mirror. It wasn't a man after midnight. Oh. That's a good one. You dabber. You bloody dabber. You dabber. Oh yeah, kids in my school apparently bringing in flick knives. But they're like flick groomers. They're like mirrors that meant to look like flick knives. I know, how stupid you have to be. Talking about daggers. I said dabber. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I meant to speak to someone to get a reward. Ooh, I know, lovely. But no, I'm just editing this survival line video. It'll be out on Saturday. I'm bloody up to here with it, I really am. What I should have done, and I always do it, say this to myself whenever I'm editing stuff. I should always edit the, you know, the mobility or the vehicle stuff in survival. You know, like the movement and the, let's just say the hard editing first, and then record the gameplay, if you know what I mean, like record a commentary. Don't record the video, because then you're going to have like massive, like 20-minute pieces of footage where you're just not speaking, if you know what I mean. So what in the future I'm going to do is edit you know, like a plane takeoff in Minecraft, edit all that first and then record the video, if you know what I mean. So record all, so I can just drop it in, or it'll already be in my Final Cut timeline, because it'll just be easier then, won't it? It'll just be easier to kind of sync. But the only problem with that is taking the screenshot in gameplay and, you know, syncing all that up. So yeah, it's kind of challenging to, if you know what I mean. So I have to take a screenshot in game when I'm, you know, making the video of my position when I'm, you know, making the gaming video. I can't really take a screenshot before I make the gaming video and align myself perfectly prior to that, if you know what I mean, because it's just going to look like rubbish. Then it's going to be, you know, like different colour contrasts and all that. So I've actually set the world to you know, daylight cycle. No, I've turned daylight cycle off, so I'm not getting weird weather patterns and all that, and yeah. No, that's weather cycle. Bloody hell. Don't even know Minecraft. But no, I figured out how to stream on the camcorder. I just need to stream from OBS to the YouTube using a stream code. I don't know why I can't just connect my account. Yeah, I'll see how it goes. I'm going to do a couple of test streams in the next, over the half term, because tomorrow is the last day in school, if you didn't know. Yeah, it's my last, not my last day, but there's a 1 week holiday. And I think they've given up with this, what is it, circuit break lockdown. They've given up with that, you know, they're like, oh no, the cases are levelling out. Oh, it's alright then. Yeah. The game says, during Halloween everyone wears their mask. So no one will have to wear a mask. Yeah, I know. So at Halloween, what do? You wear your mask, your scary mask. I know everyone's going to look the same, everyone's going to look like surgeons. But it would just be a good excuse to wear your mask, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, pretty funny. Yeah. When did you first wear a mask? Well, I can't remember. First time I wore a mask? When they were first compulsory in the UK. It's around July. Was it July? It was, wasn't it? No, I think my mum bought some in April or May. I just wore one. Just to see what they felt like. And I was like, oh, can't breathe. But now at school, it's like, it's alright. I just wear my mask, walk around with me flask. What am I, a scientist? Yeah, and then I ask, where to? I know. What to do with me past? What do I do? Put it into my future or put it all into my mask? Oh god. With my big nose hanging out, you know, like the American beak. American beak! An American eagle. An American beak. Oh god, I'm talking garbage. Well, I want to get a repair hammer. Yeah, I need to find because I want to smash somebody in. My sister says she wants to take martial arts. I don't know, to get out her inner anger or something. Batter in there. They had a year or something. Oh, I don't know. It's late for school at the moment. Oh god. Oh, I remember this one. What are you looking at? This is the one who threw her tomatoes everywhere. Average. Wooden door to Algott's house. Wooden door to... Doesn't look wooden, it looks metal to me. Oh no, it is wooden. Can I read it? No. Right, okay, I need a repair hammer. Yeah. Lol. When's the next 747 departure? I don't know. Are there 2 more at Manchester? No, there's not, there's 1 more. Is there? I think there is, yeah, there's 1 more. Because when I looked at my Heathrow video, when we took off from the Manchester airspace, there was 1 more 747. No, there's 2 there. Was it late? No, Forever Young went out about a month ago. And then, yeah, I've got 1 more 747. I don't know what that is. I think it's GV LBG or something. I don't know. Hello. Speak. Airport. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Right now at school, all these year 10 girls are... They keep saying, have you seen any planes? What planes have you seen? How many planes have you seen? And so they just said, oh, I've seen hundreds. And we said, how many? I said, well, hundreds. I've seen about 20. And they were like, whoa, no way. But I said, oh, I've been out here for the best half of 2 hours though, so, you know, I would see that many. And then they sit on the same bench as me. I'm not kidding. I don't want to sound like I'm some sort of like, what were those, things in like the Roman times, and like it was just like 1 man and they had like about 50 women. Yeah, I'm not like that. I'm not like trying to be naughty or anything. It's just something that happens in your school life. Like silly girls in the younger year fancy you, and for me it's just like, I don't know, bit of a, I don't know, I think any lad at my age would say, yeah, it's quite funny, but you know, I'm just saying to them, well, listen, this is what I like. They're not challenging it, if anything, they're really interested. This one that's in my art all the time called Maggie. She's bloody bit mad, and she's saying, what did she say? Well, what got you into planes? I just said, well, something just intrigues me about flying machines. I know! Those men in their flying machines, wobbly up, diddly down. You know what I mean? Like an old fella. But what I should have really said was no. In 2014, I just went on a big jet and I liked it. So yeah. Yeah. Imagine if you said, "Oh, you watch Big Jet TV? I watch that too." But no, it's quite funny. So they sit with you at break. Well, not really, but I'm on a bench, right? You know, with a table, and I just sit there with my ATC, listen to Liverpool, lower the frequency a little bit so I can hear like kind of like low speech, because the ATC can't really pick up like really low signals, like it's not like, right, hold up mic 1, you know, it can pick up that, and you know what I mean, over a certain decibel. But as soon as they sit down, the ATC starts cracking up, and I know exactly why, because they've got their phones with them, and because I'm surrounded with all these silly year 10 girls, they've all got their phones on them, and the ATC starts breaking up, it starts going, so I just have to higher the frequency, and yeah, it's quite funny because it sounds like someone's on the toilet in the plane. And some lad yesterday in my sixth form, who's about year 12, I'm year 14, and there is there any such thing? Head of year Mr. John said there's only about, isn't it? We don't get many year 14s. There's only about 4. So me, some other lad, Connor Mitchell, and some, I don't know, 2-3 girls or something. So there's basically about 7, 6, 7. But yeah, it's interesting. But I think it's because I think what they're intrigued by is the fact that most lads or people, you know, they normally like when it comes to engineering, cars or video games in terms of hobbies, and they say, well, what do you do when you go home? Is that all you do? And I said, no, I mean, I'm fortunate enough to live on the Liverpool flight path, so I see them going over all the time, but I don't sit outside and just do that. I never think I do that. No, I don't. I do gaming videos, and I make aviation videos. Oh my god, look at these. Come to arrest me. Had enough, you little pervert, hanging around with girls younger than you. No, if anything, they're hanging around with me. And I felt like saying to them, do you really think you should be mixing with a year 12? Sorry, a sixth former. Well, I just didn't say that because I just thought, no, I'm not going to behave like an arsehole. Take this opportunity to sell myself. What's that sound like? But no, I think it's because aviation's more what do we call it? Solitary, if you know what I mean, like you know, more brainy than you know, like someone who likes cars. Yeah, it's a lot more of a solitary and sandatory subject or subsection, if you will, than other industries and stuff like that. I agree. Yeah, here we go. This is where I need to be. This is where over. Well, no, it's not, is it? Oh, I don't know. It all looks the same in this game. It really does. But hey, Muppet. Yeah. Pickaxe. Now I need a repair hammer. Clippers. Do my hair. Alright. I actually had my hair cut. It's free. Oh yeah, talking about free from Thursday. Well, I can't really. I was meant to do Oblivion tonight, was I? I was meant to do Oblivion on. They do Terraria on Monday night. Oblivion was meant to be on Tuesday. I was saying Survival Line was going to come out on Tuesday. I said Terraria again. So no, Oblivion tomorrow will be well, if his Survival Line video isn't out tomorrow, I'll be doing Doom Eternal. Well, I might just do a free from Thursday, and then Doom Eternal can be on Saturday. Oh no, because then... So basically, there'll be 2 gaming videos sometime at the weekend. This Survival Line video, which I hope you're all looking forward to. I hope you are, because I've switched the aircraft around from 7 to... I've already said that. And then, so, if anything, there's going to be more gaming videos than ever. I'm going to hopefully do a Friday vlog tomorrow. Sometime soon I might be doing a live Q&A Wednesday. But on Twitch. Because I don't want it to be filled with a load of aviation questions. You know, I have time for that at the airport, so, yeah. I know I have to restrict myself from streaming to get a different fan base on a different platform. And that's me. I wonder if I'm the only YouTuber who's done that, I wonder. Yeah, here we go, that's all needed. Took me about 34 minutes to get that. No, I need to... Broken items cannot be equipped until they have been repaired. Well, I need to repair it. Or do I need to go into the repair hammer itself? I don't know. Good luck with streaming on the cam. Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's what one of them said, one of the year 10 girls. He said, I wish you all the best. I was like, what? Oh, what for getting the aircraft? He kept asking me, is anything taking off? From Liverpool, I said no. There was actually, you know, the EasyJet in the Eurocar livery? That flew over yesterday. It was doing bumps and circuits at Liverpool. And, got my timing right. And I said, oh, there you go, there's one. And there's a United 787-10 today going to New York. About... What time was it? Was it around 11 o'clock this morning. And I said, oh, there you go, there's one as well. And they were always asking me. And then this lad said, have you seen any Nazis? I said, listen, Nazis don't exist anymore. And then he was saying, what's the fastest aeroplane? I said, well, the SR-71. And he said, is it faster than a Lamborghini? I just said to him, listen, it would wipe the floor of a Lamborghini. Why is that an interest to them? I can see why, but I don't understand why it's so much more appealing, a Lamborghini, to an aeroplane made out of titanium. There we go. Got that right. Titanium. Ching. Yeah. Right, okay. Look at me with Fu Manchu and my big sword. And my moustache. I know I've got a really... I'm actually growing a moustache right now and I need to shave. I seem planning on having a bath tonight. I don't know if that's going to happen. Well, I actually have warm baths again. Or hot baths. Because we've got a new boiler. We've got a new boy. Got a new boiler. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, there's a boy in there. Yeah. You know, boy, little things that pop up and down, little red and white, red and green things in the water. Apparently they actually assist boats to line up or something. Yeah. I actually found out something interesting. The trains that go past my house, was it the class 508 and the 509? Yeah, someone told me that at the airport. So now I know. But the new ones are the 509. The old Mersey Rail is the 508. And yeah. Well, I can't see any Pendolinos anymore because Virgin Trains don't operate you know, transportation routes, rail services to the northwest anymore. So yeah. Pretty annoying. How is it in the northwest? Applegate, yeah, it's alright. It's not like they're saying, oh, the northwest, it's the most COVID infected area. Like this tier 3 lockdown thing. But honestly, to me, I'm not really feeling any change, if you know what I mean. I'm not really feeling anything enforced or enhanced in terms of distancing or whatnot. I'm not really feeling anything that pronounced in terms of restrictions. And that is kind of the news. They blow up things way out of proportion, but you know, until they get a vaccine for this horrible bug. 'Cause that's what it is, it's a bug, isn't it? It's a bug now. It was a virus, but now it's more like a bug. because most people aren't actually going into hospital with it. So it's kind of I wouldn't say it's maturing, but it's becoming more. Maybe it's like decreasing in destruction of a human body. Maybe it's not as destructive on the immune system. I don't know, but it's more like a bug now than a virus, I think. Just by what I'm hearing, like not as many hospital fatality rates. More people are showing signs of it now, but they've got a track and trace system. We've got something at Heathrow which is pretty interesting. But the government in this country, I hope they get voted out after this, because they've just done such a crass job at it. They really have. We need that. What's his name? Oh, what's his bloody name? The Manchester mayor. What's his name? Andy. He's good, and the new Labour leader. What's his name? I've forgotten his name as well. Yeah, he's really good, but yeah, wiping the floor with Boris Johnson, obviously. But I've forgotten all the. I'm not really into politics, so yeah. Andy Burnham, is it? I've forgotten. Honestly, I've forgotten. Jesus Christ. Right, we're going in here. Redknapp? Redknapp? That's not a second name, is it? Oh, hello, I remember this. Hiya. Hello. Very friendly, this guy. What can I do for you today? I don't know, I was meant to speak to someone, wasn't I? No, there's no more on the airport, or in terms of my Manchester collection. The Jarl Mountains? The Jarl's Mountains. Hello. What? Even passport agencies are friendlier than that. Yeah. Then it wants me to go back in again. See, this bloody game, it makes no sense. What do you want me to do? What's the point of playing the game when it makes no bloody sense? I've reached my goal. I have fenced over 50 gold. 50 gold's worth of goods. I should go see Armand sometime. Who's Armand sometime? He might have something for me. Armand told me that he won't have any commission jobs for me until I sell. Yeah, well, that's done with. So I need to speak with a fella. Armand. Did you talk about DLC with Rage? Yeah, I did. After Doom Eternal, I'm really struggling with Doom Eternal at the moment. I'm gonna maybe do some Rage 2 DLC. Just because I know you will like that game. I necessarily did not, but that's just my opinion. It was alright. It wasn't the best, was it? That's just my opinion, isn't it? What do you want? Rumours? No, this doesn't get anywhere. No, this isn't Armand. Who's bloody Armand? Wait, no. No, I can't, no. Okay. Armand? Are you Armand? Oh, yeah, yeah. So who's Armand? Who's Armand? Is that the older guy? That was, he was in the house next door, wasn't he? Was he in this one? I can't remember, you know. Wooden house? No. Santa Claus lives in there. No. That one's just got no door. What the? That one hasn't got. Who's in there? It hasn't got a door. What the hell? Have I joined? Sorry. Stupidity. That's not almonds. Hello. Hello. No, Ragner's house. Arno. It's not Arno, is it? No, it's almond. 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 Almond, no. Ongar's house. Why is he in that house then? Yeah, bloody game. No, I don't know where Almond is, sorry. I'm going to the church. Hang on, just itching me bum. Oh. What is it? Yeah. I said to Easy Tango. I said, yeah, I might be going to Manchester Airport tomorrow though to get this Virgin 330 departure. I said, sorry, Virgin A330 departure, because they didn't know what an A330 was, and he said, is it cool? I said, what do you mean, is it cool? I said, yeah, sometimes it's fun to see aircraft taking off, but I'm not a registration spotter. And they kept saying that. I said, I'm not a registration spotter, and I think they got the message at the end. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Yeah. It's pretty interesting. So now other year 10s know that I'm plane spotting, and they always ask me what I've seen. Some days I've seen nothing. And some days I've seen some interesting things, like today. What did I see today? Let me read it out to you all, what I've seen today. It looked like really good graphics, son. I've seen a 22nd of October. Wizz Air A320 going out of Liverpool. Qatar Boeing 777 freighter at 32,000 feet. United 787-10 at 33,000 feet. A Pilatus PC something mini prop at 21,000 feet. Ryanair Boeing 737 at Liverpool, taken off from Liverpool A. British Airways A320 at 36,000 feet. And then a what? What's that say? I can't read my bloody writing. What's that say? 78-9. Oh, it's Turkish 787-9. Aerologic as well, Boeing 777 freighter at 39,000 feet. And then I saw a Aer Lingus A320 at 35,000 feet. And then I saw a Qatar A350 900 at 35,000 feet. And I saw a non-clickable prop at Liverpool. I saw two of them. British Airways A3. Oh, 777-200 at 37,000 feet. And I saw an EasyJet at 31,000 feet. And I saw a non-clickable prop again. We were doing bumps and circuits. And I saw a Beach Super King at Liverpool. And I saw a Cheshire Helicopter 1,000 feet. Qatar Boeing 777 freighter at 37,000 feet, and then a Ryanair 737 taken off from Liverpool. That's what I've seen. So about around 20 aircraft. But I'm not reading it out to them. But yeah, there's these three lads in sixth form, and every now and again they've looked at me. And yesterday they came over. I'm telling you all these stories because I'm doing videos. See more than I've ever seen in a year. Wii gaming. Yeah, no, you haven't been to the RVP, have you, for a year? Wii gaming. Is this Almond? No. No. Oh no, Ongar. This isn't Ongar. That's Olav. Olaf. Hello. Why are you so tall? He seems gifted with a blade. It's me. But anyway, who was that? It's a ghost. Running up the stairs. I just said running up the pants like you shit your stairs. Oh god. Running up the pants like you shit your stairs. That makes no sense. I was going to say, yeah. He came over to me yesterday and said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Oh, I'm just, I told him what I was doing." And he said, "Oh, sorry, mate. I thought you were like a terrorist or something." And I said, "Yeah, I'm getting the aircraft taken off from Liverpool, jotting them down. I can hear the director in Liverpool Tower." I forget what I say sometimes, but yeah, that is correct. Yeah, for director. And they said, and one said, this one called Bradley, who's in my maths. He said, "Whoa, that's a sick hobby. That's a sick hobby." I said, "Yeah, I'm not listening to the. Just if anyone asks, just tell them I'm just a little hobby. I'm not like listening to the lorry drivers or anything." He went, "Nah, no, mate." And then I had my gloves on, thankfully. He said, "I'm Brad, by the way." they gave me a handshake. I just said, oh, I don't think I should be doing this right now. And each one of them gave me a handshake. Said, I'm Oliver. Hi, I'm Brad. And I was like, oh, hi guys, hello. And said, we promise not to tell anyone your secrets. And I was like, cheers. Yeah, they went on their very merry way. And that's amazing that how just a very small minor, it's not really a minor hobby, but it's just I don't know if you guys feel the same as well, but or if you've ever had a similar encounter, but I'm someone who just does something at a certain time and doesn't really care about what the consequences are or what he looks like when doing it, if you know what I mean, like what people might think of him. I'm not very self-aware, if you know what I mean. I don't really mind looking stupid, if you know what I mean. But it's not necessarily a good thing, but in that kind of attitude you do end up bringing in an ATC at school and some binoculars, and you do get you kind of get taken away sometimes. You kind of get become a little bit over not over interested, but not really make a fool of yourself, but you kind of let yourself down. Well, other people think it's really cool, so I just tell them what I'm doing. I'm just sit on the bench on a clear day and just see if I can see any aircraft in the sky. Got my ATC, got my notebook, got my binoculars, and that's just all at school. And I see about 20 aircraft. Jot it down in my book, as Dylan says, who watches my streams. Log it, and next lesson before I know it. So it's an interesting hobby. But the other sixth formers are kind of playing games or listening to music in the common room or playing football outside. And it's interesting because they're kind of just getting looked at, and it's obviously to other people it's just like, oh, the norm. But when they see what I'm doing, it's like I'm a spy. Yeah. They're calling me the Manhattan Project at the moment. They're like, what's he up to? But once I tell them what I'm doing, they're just intrigued, and they're like, wow, really? Whoa. I don't know why. I don't know what's so interesting about someone spotting aeroplanes at school, but I'm assuming it's different. And every time I've told them, it's been, wow. Some lads keep saying, doesn't it get boring? Doesn't it get boring? And today they said, you've said that about 10 times. And he said, oh, sorry, I can't remember how many times I'm speaking. And I was like, that's alright. But no, it doesn't get boring. It's rewarding at times, but when it's low air traffic at a moment, it's a little bit of a, you kind of got to give an arm and a leg for it, and really show an initiative to see the interesting things, like the Antonov 128 and all that. So yeah. But no, I've seen some really cool aircrafts this year, due to the lockdown and the bug, we're now calling it, the clown virus, and Bobo virus. But no, it's interesting. I've seen last year, so about 4 777s. This year I've seen at least 50 or 60. The Virgin 7, I know it's all sad stuff for Virgin 747 departure. I have really seen a lot of airplanes this year, and really, I know you could say, oh, but in 2016, 17, 18 you weren't really that interested in planes, or you touched on it a bit, but you never talked about them as many as you used to now, and I know that. But I think it's because now that I'm older, I kind of see it more as a job opportunity or something that I want to be a part of. Seeing as video games are something I enjoy and all that, I just feel like, well, I like airplanes as well. And I know ever since 2019 or 2018 I've been so interested in aviation. I've always been interested in aviation ever since 2014, but in the last 2 years I've really it's just stuck to me. but it's something I really enjoy. And I don't know, over years I've kind of been on holiday, enjoyed the aircraft, I've known what plane I've been on, and all that, but I've kind of switched off after 2 months. So ever since November time, from the summer, airplanes and aviation, it was kind of like, oh, it's a bit boring now, I'm going to hide in for the winter and play video games, and that was normally it. Or I moved on to a different interest, like maybe WWE or something, or watching something else that's a little less academic. And looking back, it's good looking things in hindsight. You know, I used to watch, you know, silly things like the Sidemen and WWE about 5 years ago, and looking back, it's kind of like, well, I think anyone of this generation watches that sort of stuff, but now that I'm into something that is so much more pluggable and fulfilling in terms of, you know, career, and you know, it's a good industry to be in, aviation. It's a well-paid job. That's not what I'm looking for. A well-paid job. I'm interested in aviation because I like flying vehicles. I really like. I'm more interested in engineering and the you know, the program they offer for airlines. Like, oh, it's a single, you know, first class, business class. I'm not really interested in that. I'm not really a flyer who's interested. What happened then? A flyer who's interested in upgrades or anything like that, or airline reviews or airline customer service. I'm not really picky on that. I just enjoy flying, if you know what I mean. I just enjoy the experience of flying because I like the engineering and the fun that goes with it. But also I enjoy it because it's a great chance to contact all of you and as one community and create some really cool videos, like the holiday videos, record some fantastic takeoffs, you know, scenic videography and all that, and photography. You know, it's a hobby that kind of like it's kind of like Spider-Man's web, you know, or a spider's web. It kind of clings onto other subjects, like aviation's in the middle, and the spider web is kind of like a spider diagram, aviation, and it kind of leads off to other things like videography, photography, and an Instagram that's dedicated to I'm going to upload some more things on that, just give me time. An aviation channel, you know what I mean? It's so it's aviation, it's so big. It's not just about airplanes, there's so many different parts of it, and so many people who are interested in it, and intrigued by airplanes. It doesn't get as many views as, you know, WWE or the Sidemen or anything, because that's more normatic, if you know what I mean. That's more for straightened, simple people, if try and say that in the nicest way. Kind of it's kind of like junk TV. It's kind of like Coronation Street or Emmerdale or Doctors or whatever you call it, EastEnders. Whereas the more academic stuff would switch on to like intellectual speeches like Richard Dawkins, or I don't know, more intellectual shows, if you know what I mean. You know, like, I don't know, you get the in-betweeners, and then you might get, I don't know, something like Monty Python, you know what I mean. That's a little bit more intellectual and smart, and you kind of see the difference. It's kind of like that in different interests or entertainment. Sidemen, aviation, can you see the difference? One's kind of like junk food, and then one's kind of like a royal and to be, you know, solitary. You know what I mean? It's and I'm happy that I've not switched off from watching that garbage, but I suppose at the time I had nothing else to watch, or it was just what was in my YouTube recommendations, or I found it funny. But now looking back, I'm a little bit more grown up, I just find it a little bit crass and a bit stupid, and you don't really get much out of it. But yeah, I don't know, or boxing, or I don't know, football. I don't really find sport that interesting either, because it's kind of like an industry that encourages a lot of racism, and it's not really an intellectual subject, sport, is it? It's more just physical intelligence, or you get a lot of half-wits in the people that really can't speak properly, like some of these footballers. You know what I mean? I don't really have any time for that, I'm sorry. But aviation I'm interested in, because instead of supporting a football team and making other people entertained, I'd rather build something like an aircraft, I don't know, join Airbus or whatever, and help to build the future, if you know what I mean, or help to build something that people's lives will be on, and to have a really cool program. You know what I mean? I'd love to be part of that. And yeah, maybe I might get renewed. I don't know. I get taken up on it one day. Like, yeah, you can join. Just need to get rid of that silly channel to our expert, because yeah, it's garbage. It's garbage. I was going to be careful how I do videos at the moment. I'm really going to be careful, because people are watching these videos, and I'm getting people that like aviation, and I've got people who just enjoy gaming videos, and just people who enjoy my videos. So I'm trying to be careful what I talk about. I'm trying to talk about everything, not just planes, if you know what I mean. I'm trying to talk about school, relatable things, funny things, aviation for the folks that enjoy planes, and the game, and a bit of technology for the guys that like the gaming and the technology. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for technology, but today we were talking about the new iPhone 12, and this just goes to show just how, I won't say far behind I am, but just how I see business compared to the aerospace, if you know what I mean. And I don't know why, but I kind of have that approach, black box thinking they call it, and that's all I'm going to say about myself. Black box thinking. And we were looking at the new iPhone today in business studies, and we were doing about when you buy a phone, and so you don't get people don't end up overcharging you, like cowboys, buying a phone with a SIM from Apple, how much that would cost a month, or buy the phone from EE, how much that would, on a contract. And Mr. McLaughlin was asking, how many of you use Apple? And pretty much all of us. And I said, iPhone 8. And a bunch of people looked at me when I said iPhone 8. I was like, what? Have I got the most up-to-date iPhone compared to all of everyone? Or, or, you know what I mean? Am I really that far behind? And I was just like, what are people looking at? I didn't say that, but that's what I think. Anyway, I had got it all wrong. I got the iPhone 12. He said the iPhone 12 Pro, and I got the iPhone 12 down. He didn't rip into me, but he just kind of said, Sam, I said the iPhone 12, laddie. By the way, he's Irish. And I said iPhone 12 Pro. And I said, well, what's the difference between the Pro and then the iPhone 12? And he said, one's got a different camera. And I was like, so they think they can charge about £400 more just for a different camera? He said, yes, but it's got 5G as well. And I was like, what's 5G? I know he's the ICT teacher, but I just was absolutely, I don't know, I just couldn't fathom it. You know what I mean? I was just flabbergasted, just like how we can charge £400 more for a different camera and 5G. Do we really need faster internets and communications? I mean, the world's bad enough as it is with all this social media. Why do we need it to be quicker and faster? You know what I mean? Like, are people really that? It's just numbers. People just like numbers. They could say it's got 6G. Someone could look into it and say, oh no, it hasn't actually got 6G, but they'd still pay that price for Apple to stick a different number on it, if you know what I mean, or just say, oh, right, it's been developed by Apple. Like, I know you could say, oh, Apple, and they can, but the way of business these days, I know coming from an 18-year-old, I look at aviation and I look at the way businesses are, and just a phone. I just see the iPhone 12 as a new phone. A new phone. The iPhone 12 as well. Thought, well, they only made one last year. Why do we have to make a new phone every year? Why can't we take a 5-year gap? 6-year gap. Speak to the customers. Really fare it out on what they want. And then release it. And then you would have a good product. Instead of just competing with Samsung. Because at the end of the day, you're only going to really be competing with yourself. Because Samsung and Apple, they're basically neck and neck in terms of one does something a little bit different. Apple sees that and then charges £200 more for it. So they're kind of competing by themselves. They're just competing with themselves, really. I think it'd be better if technology or the phone industry, mobile industry, and the automotive industry, instead of releasing a new product every year, spend 6 years, 7 years speaking to the customers, really fairing it out and working out what they want from a phone, and create it, and then you would have something that might be a little bit different and might because it doesn't, you know, we kind of say it's quality not quantity. Apple just released a load of phones and they're all the same. Why can't we just create something that's going to be because it shows if you're releasing a phone every year and they expect you to, it shows that the phone doesn't have a longevity. If you have to release a phone every year, that suggests the phone doesn't last very long. You know what I mean? I mean, are Apple being too competitive here, or are they really caring about the customers and thinking, oh god, our phones are that bad, we need to create one new every year because they haven't got a very long life? You know what I mean? It's kind of like ambiguous in a way, and you know, it is. It's like, well, what are you saying now? You have to release. I know they've done that since 2007, but and they have to put an £1,000 price tag on a new phone now. But to be honest, I just see a phone for what a phone is. It phones people. You just get different apps on it, and to be honest, any phone can do that. You don't need to spend £1,000 just to run Facebook, Instagram, just to talk and chat a load of rubbish. You know what I mean? Your home telephone can do that, and you can see, you know it is. It's like they build these products for people to cyberbully each other, and it's £1,000 to have on a device that ruins other people's lives. I mean, you know what I mean? It is. I know it would make a great newspaper report. This a great newspaper article. Maybe we should go to like the Guardian or something and write something, or the World Globe, or stuff the World Globe. They just write anything, but you know, it is. It's like yeah. To be honest, I don't really know what bloody newspaper source is the best. I know the Sun's absolutely shite. The Mirror, what do we call them? The red labels. The red, yeah, they're rubbish. They're kind of like off-license newspapers. They just think they can say anything they want. Yeah. In terms of like a quality product, they clearly aren't making a quality product. They're making fancy stuffing. Social media, which is basically the junk of modern age digital interface and virtual communication. You know, it is junk. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, it's all junk. YouTube even, it's all garbage. And the websites are the only one that might have a bit of class, you know, because different websites offer different services, but social media as a whole, it's chucking all that garbage and all that data in something that what is it? What have they labelled it as? The iPhone 12. Was it brushed steel, shiny? Was it reinforced glass shielding, I don't know, free camera, tri-camera setup. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, well, why are you making such a beautiful, I don't know, chassis for something that crams in such garbage and crap? You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? It just seems like, well, that's like having Buckingham Palace, a really rich, jewel, beautiful building in Liverpool, in London, but in Buckingham Palace, with all the mahogany and the gold everywhere. Inside Buckingham Palace, it's like a slum, if you know what I mean. It's like like a tip, like a farmyard inside of Buckingham Palace. Like they're growing crops in the hallway, and it's got like I don't know, like a Mackey's around the corner. And upstairs, second floor in Buckingham Palace, there's a children's play area. We've got a nursery up there, and then third floor we've got a dance studio. You know what I mean? It's a little bit. It's not appropriate to be in that build, if you know what I mean. So that's my issue with the iPhones. The building. To be honest, yeah, they look like nice electronic chassis, but all they can do is process that crap data and stream it into young people's lives. You don't need a £1,000 phone to do that, and it makes me even more sadder that people actually go out and buy that straight up and make reviews on YouTube and say, oh, it's a really good phone. Well, that's what you said last year. It does all the things the phone last year could do, and they're talking about these tiny little specifications that make it different and make it worth £1,000. You know what I mean? It just seems, and if you pay for an iPhone 12 Pro, sorry, I'm talking about the Pro here, and that can process even more garbage onto the internet. That's what you should label it as. The garbage processing machine. Yeah. See the things you see in the tip that crush all the crap? Yeah, that's the iPhone 12. Recycling garbage, everyone. To everyone's, I don't know, screens at home. You could say this is garbage, but it's been a little bit intellectual, hasn't it? If you can learn, so it proves a bit. But anyway, the iPhone Pro, for 20, most contracts last 24 months, and then you own the phone. You just need to pay it on a contract. If you don't pay it, you lose the phone. It's not really like a loan, but it's a contract, if you will. If you, after 24 months, I don't know, the iPhone Pro 12 Pro was about was it £60 or £70 a month? £70 a month or 64? There's different deals and different contracts, but in order for it to be £64 a month, that's bloody expensive. You needed to have you had to have an iPhone XS to get it. If you didn't, it was £80 a month. So you had to have a new iPhone for it to be £65 a month. I tell you, I don't know who they think their demographic is, Apple, but it's clearly not. It's not intellectual folks who are using the phones to create, I don't know, products that are or communication. It is used by little silly boys and girls. You know what I mean? Talking, because that's social media. The amount of crap I hear at school, I just think, well, that's thanks to these silly little devices in their pocket. I know I have one, but I mainly use my phone. I said to Mr. McLaughlin today, I have 40 gigabytes of data, and I use it mainly for flight radar. And he said, really? I was like, well, what do you expect me to use it for? Taking pictures of me? No, I didn't really say that. And send it to all me. Yeah, you saw me. No, And you know what I mean? It is £65 times 24 months. It was about £1,800 for 20 within 3 years. It's ridiculous, absolutely farcical. Yeah. Just how, 2 years, sorry, because 12 and 12 is 24. It's absolutely ridiculous. £1,800, 1,800 for a piece of aluminium. That's what it is, aluminium case that just crams in a bunch of crap, applications, whatnot. And it is that they can sell products these days and get away with it. And people, and the saddest thing of all, it's not Apple. It's the people that buy them and think, I need to have the most recent phone. I need that to be popular. I don't need a new phone to be popular. I just need a bloody £80 ATC. And there you go. Got other people asking me the questions. I know, it's amazing that. So as I digress back to my my point at the start of the video, is it really worth being a plane spotter? Well, yes. You don't need a new iPhone. You just need a Uniden transponder to get all the attention in the world. You don't need a new iPhone. So what can you do with a new iPhone? I actually said to one of the lads, he said, does it drain your battery? And I said, no. Actually, the ATC has a better battery life than the phone. It does as well. But no. Someone needs to send this to the news. This is incredible. Oh, is it? Aaron Havner. Oh, thanks, mate. Glad you enjoy the commentary. I think it's incredible. Well, it is. It's not something that's never been talked about before. People don't like social media. Older folks don't like it because they see the younger generation for being just that. And I know what they mean. And I'm 18, not 80. And I had me tea tonight. Anyway, and it's just like you do. It is worrying because my granddad used to say, if you look at the kids these days on the phone, that'll be running the economy in the future. They'll be operating on your mothers and fathers. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean. I know what he means. It's like worrying that you see all these people. I never grow out of it, or will they? Because the mothers and the fathers for kids who are about 16 and 17 these days are like mental wrecks themselves. You know what I mean? And it's just like, well, where is the parenting? Where's the adolescence? And if they're just using social media to get, I don't know, as a maturity streamline form of adolescence and maturity, and what do you call it? I wouldn't say role models, but influence. Bad influences on social media. They're basically forming that child's personality, or it's corrupting. Like toxic relationships and all that. They're forming the kids, or the child's mind, and that's only gonna add wear and tear as they try and compete with other girls or lads who have a better body, or a better, or change their personality, or change the music they're listening to fit into a certain group, or make up lies about their sexuality just to have friends. It really is it's not the world I was brought into, and it's not the world my parents were brought into. That's certainly not the world my granddad, my nan was brought into. And I think as a family, you kind of see that, and it's kind of like bad grammar. It's not the kids' fault. They listen to the parents, but also it's not the parents' fault. It's kind of like it's always been a thing, like from other people or children might be more up to date, or I wouldn't say up to date. I would just say gormless. With technology or social media than others. So it's kind of like, well, what will the others just end up feeling like an empty shell because they aren't that, or they're not as popular on Instagram as, like, honestly, who has 1,000 friends? You know what I mean? Who has 1,000 friends? Honestly, like, do you know anyone who has 1,000 friends? And please don't say someone on Instagram. So it's just like, well, it's just fake and false. And if you really think that is something that is making you feel like an empty shell, well, try and, like, I've able to do quite well with myself in terms of my adolescence and teenage years, in terms of things I like, the way I think. I've been told this. The friends I've had, but being quite neutral and not really over. I have my friends Luke and Robert, and they're a little bit silly sometimes, but Matthew, my cousin Aaron, it's like they're more on the same level as I am. And Luke and Robert, to be fair, they're quite intelligent in terms of knowledge and stuff like that. But I think friendships do matter, but when it starts to get to competition and all that, it's just like, well, you're only fooling yourself at the end. When you look back in 20 years and what you did in your childhood, and you'd think, well, that was a waste. You know what I mean? I won't live that again. And I'm quite happy and proud that I've had the childhood I've had, and it's mainly down to my parents. It's not really me. It's different parents. Just play a different role on the children and all that. But yeah, it's interesting. But I don't feel sorry for these people. But it is something that I think does need to be more discussed at school or whatever, because you see these kids coming in at school and they don't know how to behave, and it's just like, well, I know that we might pick it up one day and learn, and when they have children of their own, they'll learn and they'll get it. But I don't know, it's just a thing where it's like, I kind of picked up on this stuff when I was 12, and now to behave, and also the things I'm influenced. A lot of people are influenced by silly things and things that really have no meaning. I'm not going to go back onto aviation again because this is just stupid, but I'm happy that I like, and I can always, if I'm ever feeling upset or whatever, I can always turn to the corner of planes and enjoy them, instead of something that is going to make me feel like I'm trying to compete or not doing as well as some person's identity on Instagram or something. I'm happy I can turn to something that I know people like personalities and reality stars or whatever you call them, celebrities. And I know flying vehicles don't really have a personality, but yeah, I do. I think I like looking at planes. I do. And also there's great people in the aviation industry, and then there's horrible people in the aviation industry. It's not always a nice thing to be in and all that. But anyway, But I've never experienced anything really bad, because a lot of people, when you're all in the same kind of bubble, we all know everything about bubbles right now, don't we, guys? Group, if you will, or people enjoying the same hobby, you know what I mean? It's a lot easier to kind of counteract with these people and understand on the same, you're on the same level as them, you know what I mean? You're not, above them, or, which in my case at school I very much sense, and I think the other teachers sense that whenever I spout out about, because I don't like to rub it in my face, but when they say what's your hobbies, I say it now. I just say I like plane spotting. I think they, after that, they do realise that it is a little bit different, and it's a good thing to be part of. It is. It's better than liking cars, and that's just my opinion. But a lot of the lads today were saying, "Oh, I really want a Tesla, a Tesla, a Tesla." I just thought, how do you know how much they are? Do you know how much they cost? For a battery on wheels, you know what I mean? You're interested in that, I suppose people are fascinated by cars and electronics and all that, but I don't really see. I suppose it's just me, but I don't really see how people favourite things on wheels and hot exhaust pipes and revving things really loud and speeding, you know what I mean? Breaking the law, going whatever miles an hour you want, compared to something like aviation where, you know what I mean, it's all controlled. And I suppose it's because you don't get a thrill out of it, because you can't do anything, I don't know, bloody reckless. I think kids my age like things that are reckless, but 757's quite reckless. They are. They leave massive holes in the clouds and all that, and but 7.6s are as well. They're quite. I never knew the 7.6 had such a. Well, when it was empty, especially, could get up so quick. I never knew that. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna go. Do much. I got a repair hammer. That's why I got this video, a repair hammer. Oh, it's 22 minutes past midnight. I can't be doing this. See you at school tomorrow. Might do a stream. I did one last year, didn't I? The last day. Was that the 25th of October? It was as well. But now I've only been doing Oblivion for a year. Sorry that I can't record. Was it the 24th I did Oblivion? Started on the 24th, or I started it really on the 23rd. So this time tomorrow I would have been starting Oblivion last year. Oh, and it's sad as well, because today, 23rd of October, about a year ago, my nan's friend Barbara died. How I remember these dates I don't know, but all I can remember is 23rd of September 2019, Thomas Cook went bust. 23rd of October 2019, Barbara died. So it's pretty sad. But and then last year I've lost about 3 people in my family. Some nan's friend Barbara, who I still for some reason think still exists, my granddad, and my cat Benji. So it's been a wonderful 12 months, it really has. I think I've lost bloody videos, I've lost people. So if you think losing a couple of videos on YouTube is bad, wait until you've lost a couple of family members. It's very nice. It was like all I could explain my granddad dying, it kind of felt like the bottom had fell out of my world, but only for a short while, and I was like, oh, well, these things happen, you know what I mean? It's not like he was young and healthy, he was an old guy, and yeah, it was going to happen one day, and now it's happened sooner than we thought. It's kind of just like, well, that's life, it's unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen next. Tomorrow I could get hit by a bus. You know what I mean? At least I get hit by a bush. Jesus. Anyway, to talk about the year 11. 10 girls' pubic problems. Oh, no. Anyway. See you all later. Thanks for watching. Oh, that's blasphemous, that, isn't it? It's a new one, isn't it? Blasphemous. Anyway, see you later. Bye. And this survival line video will be out on Saturday, hopefully. Bye.